All right, y'all, welcome back to Utah's, your go-to source in the Utah photography industry. Today we're kicking things off with a little bit of a controversial topic. We're talking about workshops, the
I'm
pros, the cons.
I'm so excited.
I'm nervous.
Let's get into it
Okay.
because we have a lot to say. Personally, before I moved to Utah, I had no idea what a style shoot
Me
was.
either. No idea.
I feel it's not totally a Utah thing, but it's very, very prevalent in Utah.
Oh, yes. It is also winter right now, which means slow season, which means we are getting styled shoots announced every 5 seconds on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
And all of them are trying to sell tickets.
And associate tickets.
Oh, that is a good topic. Have you guys heard of what an associate ticket is to a workshop?
Basically, I feel it's just a way to cheat yourself.
I feel like it's a lie.
It is a lie. It's an MLM.
So, exactly, which Utah is a little bit known
It fits.
for. Which, unfortunately, if you've been in Utah at all, you know that this is the land of MLMs. So let's break down what an associate ticket is first. An associate ticket is when you pay to attend a workshop, but you never attend in person. So you get content from the lead photographer. You get raw photos. Sometimes they'll give you raw film. Sometimes they give you drone footage,
That's insane.
which is nuts because you were never there. And then they will say that they will have you sign off that you have to give credit, which works for a social media post, but it doesn't work for your online website.
Right. And you're not going to promote another photographer on your website.
No, and clients don't know the difference.
No, so if you are a client as well, this episode is a good listen for you.
Yes, please make sure that your photographers have full galleries and that they have the equipment that you are looking for, and that you have behind the scenes nowadays is really integral to vetting your photographer, because you want to make sure they are actually on site getting that footage and not just buying raws from another photographer.
Yeah, and if you don't know what a raw photo is, it's basically just the photo taken straight out of the camera with no editing. So you can manipulate the photo any way you want to, but in the end, it's not your photo.
Exactly. So workshops in Utah have kind of taken over the industry here. They're utilized to put on these big productions of what a dream wedding day could be. A lot of photographers, florists, other vendors in the wedding industry put these on to showcase their skill set, which I'm not against at all. I think that's a wonderful venture to get into. Where it gets dicey and a little bit unethical, in my opinion, is when they are using these workshops to profit and they are not paying florists, which have a huge overhead, or models.
Yeah.
A lot of the time in Utah, they are just gathering pretty people, which we have a ton of here. It is the land of good genes, I swear.
It really is, but that doesn't make the person a model. Just because you're pretty doesn't mean you know what you're doing.
Agreed. And we are working with clients, and clients are different than a workshop situation. So clients, we are one-on-one, we are forming a relationship. We can pose you and direct you and help you get those beautiful images for a wedding day. For a workshop, it's not one-on-one.
No.
I've been to workshops where there are 10 photographers on one model, quote unquote, couple.
Right.
And that's very overwhelming.
It is.
If they don't have modeling experience, they don't know where to look. They don't know where the light source is.
Yeah.
And then photographers are throwing elbows trying to get the perfect angle. They are trying to direct on top of each other's. And here's the thing that you and I have noticed is photographers shoot differently.
Absolutely, yeah. And if you're at a styled shoot too, or a workshop, or a content day, or whatever, you just have to be aware if you are posing the couple that other photographers are going to steal your shot.
The worst incident I had is I spent a few minutes trying to get this couple comfortable. They were not models. And I got them to loosen up, and I directed them, posed them, got them in place. I stepped back to take my photo of that pose, and another photographer immediately is directing it into something different.
No.
So I never even got my shot.
That's the worst.
So the beef I have with workshops is you are paying sometimes upwards of thousands of dollars to attend, and usually you're not getting your best images.
No.
No, you're settling.
Yeah.
Almost always.
Yeah. I do think if you're just starting out in the industry and don't know how to pose a couple, but I can't afford to pay for a mentor session, then maybe a workshop would be
great
a good
opportunity.
idea.
Also, there are a lot of venues that have a really high entry to get in to do a styled shoot. And that's when it's completely unfathomable to put on your own.
So we're not saying it's always a bad idea, but
Maybe most of the time. My suggestion is that you opt to do your own, is that you save your money for your own marketing strategy. And you get your group of people and vendors that you really trust. You build a network. And these are the people you want to work weddings with in the future anyways.
Yeah, and then that way too, like your content's going to be unique and it's your content. It's not everyone else is getting the same thing, advertising with the same photos.
There is nothing quite as frustrating as attending a workshop and you are getting the same shot, slightly different because everybody's settings are different, everybody's angle is slightly different, but all of a sudden your local Instagram feed is dozens of the same photos, slightly different.
And I'm sure that will confuse clients as well. If they are between a couple of different photographers, maybe they attended the same styled shoot and they're wondering why do these two photographers or 3 or 4 have the same photo of the same couple?
Oh yeah, imagine you're a client looking at that. What do you take away?
Yeah, I'm curious as well.
And then also, this is something I've noticed, is some photographers, they edit quite quickly.
Oh yeah, within 24 hours.
Yeah, so imagine you've spent all this money to attend a workshop. You have formed these relationships with these vendors that you spent this whole day with. Those vendors post whose ever photos come in first.
Right.
That's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
So imagine you worked really hard on this and your photos are going to live and die on your feed alone.
Absolutely.
They're not going to repost. They're not going to collab on this with you. It's whoever gets done first gets posted.
Yeah.
That's incredibly frustrating.
It is.
Especially when it's not a style similar to yours.
Right.
But because it's the same content, you lose out.
Yeah.
Because it's a time thing. I think you offer this too. We are high-end retouchers as well.
Yeah.
We go in, you will not have an outlet or an exit sign in your photos.
Nope.
I really think taking the time to care for these photos and edit them, just as you would a normal wedding day, showcases your skills as a photographer.
Yeah.
So workshops, they're not always bad. But I highly recommend looking into styled shoots that you host yourself with people you trust.
Yeah. And you don't have to open it up to other photographers as well.
You can do it solo and have those photos just for yourself. There's another factor in the point that magazines are not publishing workshops anymore.
Right.
They only want exclusive content. They don't want to have 12 photographers submitting the same gallery. They will not accept them anymore. So if you're looking to get published, you need to do it yourself.
Which
And
I think is great.
Yeah, and I understand that this is a huge investment money-wise because it takes a lot of overhead sometimes. But if you form good connections with people, a lot of the time you can do things on a collab basis.
Yeah.
However, I do want to make a note, the florists, if you're listening, you deserve to get paid at cost.
Absolutely.
You have the only product that has a short lifespan that cannot be reused after that session.
Yeah.
So if you have a florist friend and you want to work with them, please pay for the product.
Yeah. And florists, you deserve it. Like, you don't need to be paying your own money if nobody else is.
I mean, if a florist approaches you with a concept, that's when you need to talk because that's their idea, not yours.
Yeah.
That you're trying to sell. But if you're trying to get a florist to do your idea, you need to pay.
Yeah, I agree.
Same with cake.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Cake is done that day. You can't reuse it.
Yeah.
Usually, even if they're using like a styrofoam base, it's dead on arrival.
It's still product.
Yeah, it's still product that's wasted.
Yeah.
So talk to your vendors. I mean, it costs money. It does. But if you are trying to get exclusive marketing materials, this is in your budget.
It's worth it.
Yep, and your brides and grooms will appreciate it because they'll see that you invested in your own business.
And like you mentioned, just the vendor connections alone, that's...
So worth it.
Yeah.
And I will say this is one pro for mass workshops is you are going to meet vendors you've probably never met before.
That's true.
And you'll meet other photographers. So if you're new, I get it.
Yeah. Or if you want to go like out of state, if you're trying to break into a new market, then maybe it's worth it.
Immediately because you don't have the connections formed yet.
Yeah.
But you need to vet. You need to be
Yes.
so on top of things. Make sure these people that are hosting this workshop have a good reputation.
And have permits.
Yes.
If needed.
Oh my gosh. When the amount of times people have worked on private land or they have shown up to a location that was advertised and it does not look the same.
Or a national park.
All of these things are very important to make sure that you don't get fined.
Yeah. And you can be banned. I know, I feel like it was Cathedral Gorge.
Yeah.
Something like that. If you get in like fined without having a permit, they can ban you from all of the parks in Nevada, not just that one.
Wild. Las Vegas in general has lots of permits you have to shoot on locations.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh, the Strip is a minefield.
I've never shot in Vegas, but that's good to know.
0% recommend. It's tricky one. I will say that workshops are good for networking. They are good if you are not from that state or that country. They are good for trying new gear in a low-stakes situation.
Don't try new gear on a wedding day.
Never do that. But you will learn the hard way. It is not a good idea.
Absolutely never a good idea.
No. And workshops in general, they just hit a sore spot for me.
Yeah, I think I've been burned many times.
And you spend a lot of money doing that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of upsetting. I've never left a workshop and been like, man, that was so worth it.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. Like, I've gotten some really good content from workshops, especially when I was just starting out in Utah, but nothing that really stands out.
Yeah, agreed. And I hate, if there's one thing I hate, it's throwing elbows with another photographer next to me.
Yep.
Or like shooting on top of each other. It doesn't feel high end.
Right. And you just get frustrated.
Yeah, and you're paying high end prices to attend this. Mm-hmm. So you're like, the experience needs to match the price always.
Yeah.
I will attend a workshop if there is a 2 photographer limit per model. Because that way we're just doing side by side. And hopefully I can get paired with somebody who does the same, don't look at me, don't smile.
Do not smile at me, please.
We're all doing the Damien impression to our best ability. Don't look.
Just like the typical posing, like, I know this is big in Utah too, like, pick her up under the butt and spin her around. Like, I'm over it.
I'm so done. I can't. If somebody looks right into my lens and smiles, and it's usually the men, touch your spouse. Look at the person in front of you. Please don't look at me. I'm so not interesting.
Dead hands. Arms to your side, dead hands facing backwards. I just can't.
Sir, what are you doing with your life choices? You have a gorgeous person in front of you. Touch them.
Right.
Please.
Yeah. Touch them or put your hand in your pocket.
Okay, I'm going to make a weird point, so bear with me here. But I kind of see workshops and styled shoots as, I'm going to equate it to the fashion industry.
Okay.
So in the fashion industry, you have these large campaigns and you have a runway show, which is a huge production. And these are what get all your eyes on a label. And then they have a ready-to-wear section. Or like...
Ooh, I like that analogy.
Or they even have like an outlet store.
Yeah.
Okay. So a workshop and a styled shoot is your campaign, your runway show, your flashy. This is how you get clients to view what could be the best of the best. This is when you don't need to stay in the realms of like reality.
Yeah.
You can expand upon them. And so that's what I want you to be, your most creative. This is not a real wedding day. Do not sell it like one.
Please don't advertise it as a real wedding.
Never pretend that a styled shoot or a workshop is a real wedding.
We all know.
They can see right through it. I promise you they can. And it's also perfect because you get to control every aspect of this day. You get to control lighting. You have all the time in the world to get this couple, quote unquote, model in position for the perfect shot.
Yeah.
You don't have that on a wedding day. It's max chaos.
Yeah, I don't know, like wedding days too, if you fall off of the schedule, it's like an end all be all at some point.
It's critical.
Yeah.
That you stay on task, on time.
Yeah.
So workshops and styled shoots never to be portrayed as a real wedding.
No. And that's setting unrealistic expectations for your clients as well, which in the end doesn't benefit you.
For sure. And on my website, I actually have a second section for branding. I count styled shoots as branding sessions.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Because they're more targeted towards the vendors that are participating.
Yeah.
And so that's what it is. They don't live on my wedding page for clients to see and book me. Okay, so back to my fashion analogy. I want you to go gung-ho on all of your styled shoots.
Get weird.
Do something different. Please don't. If I see another styled shoot that's like the colors are green and white. Mm-hmm. Like, fantastic. We love you, florists, and we think you're doing a great job, but I want you to try something new.
Yeah, throw some wire in there.
Oh, we love a wired bouquet. We love something architectural.
Yeah, give it movement, texture.
Yes. Photographers, if you're at a styled shoot, try the weird poses. My favorite thing to do is to have a model go upside down on a chair. I've never put a model on a chair and been like, sit in it.
Sit incorrectly.
I'm like, I want you to be weird, sit all over the chair, climb on the chair, go under the chair, do all the weird things.
And if that's your type of client, you will attract them.
Oh yeah, because they want to see who you are in your photos and how you compose a shot. Like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And so that's what you should do. When you're planning, make a mood board, make it detailed, try and make it not like anything else you've ever seen. Let your creative collaborators, let them experiment too. Trust them. If you're asking them to come in on this with you, trust them.
And show them the mood board ahead of time so they know what they're getting into.
Clients understand that when it is a styled shoot, that this is basically propaganda. You are showing off the best.
Yeah.
They don't have to pay for all of that production value. They can just choose one item that they like. This is inspiration to them.
Yeah.
Let them be inspired by your work and let them know that if they are wanting something, like, hey, I have the connections to help fulfill this for you.
Right. And that will help other vendors as well, and that'll keep them coming back to you.
Yep, and that'll tailor your client experience to be more special.
Yeah.
But if you are featuring just really middle of the scale items, your clients are likely going to book below that.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all you're going to attract as well. So if it's not what you want to be doing, don't put it out there.
Yeah. And another thing when it comes to styled shoots and workshops, I do make exceptions when it's a venue I want to shoot at.
Yes.
I will attend.
Yeah.
Or if a vendor that I am friends with asks me to come.
Yeah.
And usually that is on a collaboration basis. They ask me, they say, hey, we had a leftover spot. I would love to have your photos from this. Can you come?
Right. And that's another thing too. Sometimes if you're like a vendor at a styled shoot, let's say a florist or a makeup artist, you're not guaranteed the galleries.
No.
So don't do it for free.
No. But also, if you want a certain style of photography to match your branding aesthetic,
right,
make sure that there's either a photographer in attendance that you like and you form a relationship while they're there, or see if there's any leftover spots if the other team members are okay with you inviting a photographer of your preference.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair too, because like if you're putting all of this work in, you need to have somebody that represents your work as you want it to be seen.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of workshops are for beginner photographers, which are great. This is a great resource to start and practice before you take on a wedding day.
Yeah.
But if that's not the kind of photos you want, that's respectable as well.
Yeah.
Do you have any takes?
I just wanted to touch on that one more time. Like, if you are a newer photographer, we're not saying don't attend workshops. We're saying just be careful and don't advertise them as weddings. If you are trying to get into weddings, maybe offer to second shoot for other photographers who are there. That could be a good in.
Mentorships are also a wonderful asset to have.
Yeah.
You can shadow shoot underneath a photographer so that you're not even in charge of capturing any images for them like a second shooter does, but you are essentially just a shadow that is trying this before you commit and charge people.
Yeah, and then that way you can see like how these other photographers are working, their flow, their posing style, everything. And then once you see the final product, you can like physically see, okay, this is how it was captured and this is what the end result is.
Agreed. I think that's a wonderful insight to the realm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we may have. I hope we didn't strike a chord. I think that there are so many talented photographers and vendors in this industry when it comes to weddings and also in the fashion realm. So I want to take a second to talk about fashion editorial workshops.
Yes.
It's a different beast entirely to weddings.
I've never been to one, so I'm excited to hear this.
There are two organizations here in Utah that I think do a phenomenal job in the fashion space. The first one is going to be Pose and Shoot Workshop. It is organized by actors, models that are working in the industry, making this their career. And they really have grown a wonderful list of other talents that contribute to these fashion days. I actually went to Vegas with Pose and Shoot earlier this last year, I guess.
I do remember you saying that.
Yeah, so I think we had 18 models.
That's awesome.
Which is insane. And then we had a hair and makeup team that was like 5 people deep. We had a stylist on set that curated all of the looks. And then we had 4 coaches on deck that were helping these models and the photographers to get the shots that we needed in a short amount of time.
That's really cool.
And they curate the heck out of it. They are so detail oriented that the production value is immense, and it's always one photographer to one model.
That's amazing.
They cycle the models through to everybody, and they have it staged so that everybody gets their hair and makeup done at a certain time so that nobody's waiting in line.
So smart.
And so it's no chaos. Excellent. Quality photos and production value. And I've been working with them for the past 5 years, and I've never regretted it.
That's awesome. And that makes it so worth it for all of the people involved.
Oh, another leader in the fashion editorial realm is SLC. And that is hosted by, her Instagram name is Mama Longlegs, but her name is Marin.
Oh, yeah.
She is a fashion dream.
If you're listening, I want to shoot with you.
Oh, she's phenomenal.
I've followed you for years, but I've never met you in person.
You need to come to one of her workshops.
Yeah, I should.
So how they do things is that it's an open call. They announce each month what their theme's going to be. And then you say, hey, I want to join. You pay the entry fee, which they're very affordable. I think the most expensive one they've done is like $100.
That's really
Everything
cheap.
else is like $15 to attend.
Okay.
And then you get put into a group chat. You get a location, and models pay to attend as well. And they are in charge of their wardrobe, but they have to be on theme. I've never shown up and been disappointed in an outfit.
That's awesome.
So they do pretty well there. Marin always goes above and beyond with her styling.
I could imagine.
Like, holy crap, she's phenomenal.
She's so good.
I freaking love her so much. And they do a meetup style, which is kind of a free-for-all. Which, when you first enter, it's kind of overstimulating because you're like, where do I go?
Yeah.
But you learn that you can just partner up with a model, go wherever you want on site, do the shoot, and then you just go to the next model and they find another photographer.
That's really fun.
And they limit the number of people so it's not chaos. And it's really good. I've had so much fun at the ones I've been able to attend.
Is it like a timed thing? Like, okay, you have 15 minutes and then you're rotating?
Not necessarily timed. So if there's somebody in an outfit that you don't really want to focus on,
That's
you
what I
don't
was
have
getting to.
You don't have to shoot it.
Okay.
You're not obligated to shoot everyone in attendance.
Okay, that's nice because at workshops, it's usually not like that. Like you rotate with your group whether you want this content or not.
Yeah. No, so if you're not interested in some content, you don't have to shoot it.
Yeah.
Which I think is great because there's another photographer there that will and will resonate with that other model, and they'll connect and they'll get a lot of content that they need.
Yeah.
It's not a numbers game. It's about, hey, this resonates with my branding style. I'm going to shoot this.
That's really smart.
And so I really like how they put together their events. It is kind of a first come, first serve basis. So you have to be adamant on their stories to get in.
Okay.
But those are the two companies, PSW, Pose and Shoot Workshop, and SLCI. I think they are the best when it comes to fashion editorial workshops.
Okay. Are they bridal as well, or is it more just high fashion?
Never bridal, only fashion. And
nice.
they do, not Salt Lake City. Pose and Shoot does runway as well now. They just started introducing that. But they teach you how to do editorial posing, they teach you how to do commercial posing, and they teach you how to do beauty, which is all different industries that you can make money for here in Utah. So they're a really good source if you're trying to get into the modeling industry.
Yeah.
And don't know where to start. I started in this industry with the fashion editorial workshops. So imagine my surprise when I pivoted over to wedding workshops.
Yeah.
And it was not the same experience.
I can imagine just me going into the fashion editorial side now because I'm very curious about it.
And you're like, look, there's so much room for activities.
What do I do?
I mean, shooting wise, it's not that different. You have a subject, you know how to light them.
Posing though.
But it's one-on-one.
Yeah.
And these are models that are hoping to be professional models. And some of them are professional working models. You don't have to pose them at all.
Okay.
Because they know how to pose themselves.
That would be nice.
Is why I die on the hill of hire the real models for a workshop. Don't just choose pretty people.
No.
I much rather have somebody that's interesting and unique, that can move, knows where the light source is, and knows how to pose themselves and not give me dead eyes.
Time is money.
Time is money, especially in a workshop.
Yeah.
When you have 15 minutes maybe to photograph someone.
Yeah.
Or less, you need somebody to know what they're doing in front of the camera.
I think if you're a model, you should chime in because we should interview like a professional model.
Would love to. Marin, come on the podcast. Let us talk to you,
yeah.
please. But these are our hot takes on the workshop industry here in Utah. We'd love to hear what you think.
If you are a professional model, not just a pretty couple or a pretty face, if you're a professional model, send us an Instagram message. We would love to hear from you.
Yeah, let us know what you think of the workshop industry and what appeals to you, what doesn't. Also, we now have an Instagram page for Utaghs. You can find us there. We are going to start doing polls and question boxes. We really want to get feedback. We'll do anonymous as well, so you don't have to out yourself.
Yeah, if you're scared.
If you're scared, we get it. It's a little intimidating.
And Utaghs is just like our name, UTOGS.
Yep, that's us, Utaghs, Utah photographers. You can find us there. Also, here's where you can find us individually. Shannon, go ahead.
You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Shannon Farrell Photography. On TikTok, it's just Shannon Farrell Photo.
And I'm Allie Montemayor Photography on all social media. Thank you guys for joining us today.
Bye.